How about Daru, maybe?
Oh my gosh, what? No! Why would you offer her him? Why? Ew, dude, look at him. Look at that pose. What is that? Is that a cat face under that? Dude, ew, dude. Look at that face. I'll get it off my screen. Yo, what the frick? What the frick? How's it going, everybody? HoodlaMutt here, back with some more Steins Gate Zero. And last time, we got to see the gang again. Well, half of them, anyway. We had a little meetup with Mayuri, Faris, and Luca. And we got to talk to Amadeus Kuditz, which was strikingly like the real individual. And now we have her on our phone, and she can call us at any time. So that's interesting. I don't really know what else to say other than that. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's where we're at. So let's just keep moving forward. Maho Hiajo was remembering. She was remembering the last night she'd spoken to Kuditz Makase in person.
Seriously, why do I have to do this now, of all times?
That night, Kuditz was whispering to herself a lot. Victor Kandria University's Brain Science Institute. Maho and Kuditz worked in the same room at the lab. Thus, Maho was forced to hear Kuditz's angry mumblings, whether she wanted to or not. A little was fine, but she'd been acting like this all day, and it was keeping Maho from concentrating. She finally snapped and turned away from the paper she was writing. Is this us saying this? Or is this just like a narrator? Interesting. Oh!
Hey, Kuditsu.
English was the language most commonly used at Victor Kandria University. When the other staff and professors were around, she'd always use English, but when it was just her and Kuditz, Maho would often speak in Japanese.
Would you stop it?
What?
Stop what?
Kuditz stopped messing with her luggage and turned around.
You're so loud that I can't concentrate. I need to turn this paper in by tomorrow. Was I talking to myself? Want me to sue you for violating the local noise ordinance? Sorry.
Kuditz apologized and started to scratch the back of her head. Maho decided to calm down by standing up and going to the shelf where the research notes were kept. There were several books she needed for her paper, but they were all up on the top shelf. This must be someone's idea of a prank, she'd said, as she stared up at a heavy book. She decided to try and reach for it, but no matter how she stood on her toes, she came nowhere close. Her tiny little arms seemed to her like dead branches waving in the wind. She bit her lip. Must suck being short. After she'd skipped grades to go to college and then come to work at this lab, she'd had more chances than ever before to hate her small stature. Whenever she walked outside after dark, the cops would stop her. Even with her ID, she couldn't get into bars, and buying medicine and alcohol at drugstores was a pain. The most humiliating part was that no matter where she went, everyone thought she was in middle school. Nobody believed her when she said she was 20. Everything in America was just too big.
Shall I get that for you?
Kudits noticed the trouble Maho was having and came over. But Maho was stubborn and decided to pretend nothing was wrong.
It's fine. I'm not having any problems. Sure you are. Am not. You're sure? I'm sure. But there's a book on the shelf I want too, so...
Kudits easily reached up to the highest shelf and grabbed the book Maho wanted. I think right now we're like getting insight to Maho's relationship with Kudits, right? Is that what's happening? I think that's what we're getting. We're getting like a third person point of view, like a what do you want to say, like a audience's view type of deal, rather than from Okaba.
It must be nice to be tall. No, I'm not really that. Oh.
Kudits covered her mouth when she realized she'd said something she shouldn't have.
Thanks. That was a big help. If you need something in Japan, tell me. I'll send it. I will. Thank you.
I like the new sprite for her. Kudits handed over the book as she spoke. And then suddenly her eyes went wide and began to sparkle.
Hey, Maho! About what we were just talking about. What were we just talking about? Talking to yourself. Huh? Oh.
It looked like Kudits had come up with a new idea. This was a regular occurrence for Kudits, and Maho was used to it.
Wouldn't that be proof of a self? For Amadeus? Yes. Yeah, if she started talking to herself, I'd be pretty surprised.
No matter how advanced an AI was, it wouldn't talk to itself unless you programmed it to do that. And there was no need, or even a point, to a feature like that. If an AI started talking to itself, that might be a good indication that there was a self to talk to. But Maho hesitated to agree with her.
You should watch what you say here. Don't forget that there's a lot of people who think that a soul is something God gives to humanity.
Well, it is, but you see, you're saying soul, but you know, it's an inexchangeable word, or interchangeable with spirit. So the soul is just the mind, will, and emotions. You know, that can potentially be reproduced, but the spirit can't be. That's the thing I think that you're talking about. Or I guess the thing I'm talking about, you're talking about the true soul, which is the mind, will, and emotions.
That's right, isn't it?
Kudits' expression dimmed. Kudits and Maho were both treated as heretics in the lab, especially since they were Japanese and women. And Kudits was simply too talented. Nobody ever actually did anything, but a lot of the older scientists were definitely avoiding her. Dr. Leskinen was the chief scientist, and the fact that he liked the two of them was all that let them do their research in peace. If the other scientists heard what Kudits had just said, who knows what they'd do? Maho patted Kudits on the shoulder.
Well, go have a good time in Japan and refresh yourself. I'm still not happy about that. Why? I think you'll have fun. If I'm doing an exchange, it should be to a graduate school. Why high school? It has to be high school, right? By Japanese standards, you should still be in high school. Just accept that the professor is doing something nice for you. Maho remembered what Dr. Leskinen had said. Kudets has a fragile personality. All the bickering in the lab is putting her under a lot of stress, and she's at her limit. It might ruin her as a researcher. That's what the professor had said. He was really worried about her. And you have to go to Japan in July anyway, right? So it's perfect timing. Yeah, I'm actually kind of down about that, too. The Akihabara Techno Forum, was that it? I'm still not used to giving lectures. I don't know what to do. Now that you're published in science, expect a lot more of this. You need the practice. I'd rather not. Kudets whispered to herself. Maho didn't like being around lots of other people either, so she knew how Kudets felt. But there were a lot of scientists who wanted to be published in a major journal, then go on to give public lectures. And she'd beaten out many of them to win that honor. People were jealous. She needed to fulfill her responsibilities, even if just to shut them up. Maybe I'm not that much better, though. Maho silently laughed a little and hated herself for doing it. Maybe I'm just as jealous as they are. That feeling, which was a little like fear, was something that she always felt. The girl in front of her was just that different from Maho. Someone she could never reach, no matter how hard she tried. Someone who'd surpassed everything she'd ever done almost instantly. Maho? Kudets was peering into her face, confused. Maho felt flustered. Are you meeting your dad in Japan? She'd heard that Kudets' parents weren't divorced, but that they were separated. Her mother was still in America, and her dad was in Japan. After Maho said it, she'd wondered if that was too personal a question. But Kudets smiled a little. Actually, I got an invitation from him. Oh yeah? He's announcing a new theory this summer. I'm thinking of going to see the announcement. A new theory? Kurtz's smile changed into a small expression of consternation. Don't use that word often. I haven't heard the details yet. I know it's got something to do with the theory of relativity. Yeah? Maho felt like she was hiding something, but didn't question her anymore. Anyway, take care. I'll be expecting presents. What do you want? Since you're going to Akihabara, why not something rare? You know a lot about Akihabara, right? Huh? Why do you say that? You're always reading those sites during breaks. Uh-oh. Oh no. She knows. She knows. What? Did Amadeus tell you that? She wouldn't do that. Sometimes I'm right behind you and you're so busy watching videos that you don't even notice. I can't believe you found out. Darn my carelessness. Cudits actually seemed upset for once. This really surprised Maho.
Maho, please, don't tell the others. I don't think it's really something you need to hide, but...
The idea of sharing a secret with Cudits made Maho happy.
Got it. I won't tell anyone. Thanks so much.
Cudits seemed genuinely relieved. Maho continued.
Hey. Once you get back from Japan, let's find out if Amadeus can talk to herself. Okay.
Cudits had a very happy look on her face. It was the face of a born scientist who loved to explore the unknown more than anything in the world. Her smile was as innocent as that of a child who'd just been given a new toy. It was very beautiful. And it was one of the reasons that Maho liked the younger researcher quite a bit. But the promise the two of them made would never be fulfilled. In fact, they would never even meet again. It felt like she was thinking about Cudits more and more since she'd come to Japan. Maho didn't know if it was because she was in Japan or because she was talking with the Amadeus Cudits more often. Or maybe was it because she'd met the young man named Rintaro Okabe?
He knows something about Cudits that I don't, huh?
Thinking back, the first day they'd met, she'd broken down and cried right in front of him. It was something she didn't really want to remember. She chased the memories away out of embarrassment.
You were thinking of Okabe, weren't you?
She snapped her head toward the PC monitor. Maho was in the middle of a conversation with Cudits.
Yeah, that's right.
She shrugged her shoulders and tried to ignore Cudits' mischievous smile.
Don't you think it's strange that Dr. Leskinen's got such a high opinion of him?
Yeah, I know, right? He's up to something.
He handed over your access rights to a guy he'd only met twice. Is it really wise to trust him so much? He looked like a nice person. Yeah? I can't tell if he's got any ambitions or not. I feel like I don't really understand him. Do you like him? Would you cut it out?
Maho brought her face close to the monitor and glared. But Cudits seemed unconcerned.
There's no real need to hide it, is there? I can understand why you didn't want to say anything yesterday when he was right in front of you. But now it's just the two of us.
Cudits may not have looked like someone who would, but she really enjoyed this sort of gossip. Maybe girl talk was the right word. Maho sighed and sat back in her chair. The creaking sound echoed throughout the empty office.
I really don't feel that way about him. I still don't even really know who he is. I see. Well, that makes sense.
Cudits let the matter drop. This bothered Maho a little.
But what does interest me? What is it? No, it's nothing.
Maho had been spending a lot of time thinking about something yesterday. to the point where she'd even put off her research. What kind of relationship was there between Kudets and Okabe? What was Kudets' feeling in the days before she died? She would have liked to ask Okabe, if she could. Maho, did my original and Okabe know each other? Maho shivered. It was as if Kudets had been reading her mind. How could you tell? I came to the conclusion after listening to Okabe and hearing your response. It's all just circumstantial evidence, but do you want me to show my proof anyway? Your what? You shouldn't have proof. Hello? It's fine. Knowing you, the conclusion is perfect. The way they used words like proof in normal conversation showed that both Maho and Kudets were scientists at heart. If he has memories of me that I don't possess, that's likely to cause problems with our conversations. I'll leave it up to you how to deal with it. He may bring it up, possibly. And if you want, you can ask him. Uh-oh. Maho still didn't know if Okabe would even access Amadeus at all. They weren't forcing him to. Feigning ignorance is the same as lying, isn't it? I should be able to get some good data, I think. Yes, it was interesting. But that was her opinion, as a researcher working on Amadeus. How would Rintaro Okabe feel about it? Wouldn't this be rubbing salt on the wounds in his heart? Maho realized she was getting much too sentimental. Maybe it's because I'm in Japan. It'd been a week since she'd arrived. The first thing she'd planned to do was offer flowers. But she still couldn't bring herself to visit the Akehibara radio building, the place where Kudets had died. Oh, hello? Who are you? The sun was setting earlier, now that December had arrived. Katsume Nakase was surprised by how quickly it'd gotten dark while she was out rummaging through the cosplay shops. This is really weird. This is suddenly taking a different turn. The other game, we were always in Okabe's head. Now we're, like, in other people's heads. This is really weird. The wheeled suitcase on the ground next to her felt heavy. She'd done her best to jam everything she'd bought today inside, and it was bursting at the seams. Still, spending a whole day shopping with her cosplay friends was a lot of fun. She felt tired, but it was a good tired. Her footsteps were light as she walked back to the station. Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, isn't that Mayeti's friend? I thought it was. Okay. Fubuki, you look like you're about to start skipping around, don't you? Oh, you can tell? It was so much fun doing all the shopping today. I'm so satisfied with what we got. Mayushi had a lot of fun shopping too. Thanks to Fubuki. Thanks for coming. I'll do anything for you, Mayushi. Fubuki tried to grab her friend, Mayuri Shina, for a hug. Mayuri dodged out of the way. Mayuri may have looked like an airhead, but she was actually quite athletic. Fubuki, by the way, was Katsume Nakase's cosplay name. Oh, that's okay, got you. I was gonna say, I'm like, I just have a feeling this was Mayuri's friend, but it was because, yeah, she went under Fubuki, that's right. Okay. Alright. Katsume was in her second year of high school. She and Mayuri were the same age, but were total opposites. Katsumi was boyish and athletic, And when she cosplayed as a male character, she attracted more female kamiko than male ones. Alright. Oh my gosh! Okay, so we have Mayuri's friends now. Interesting. Also weird that we're in her head. This is so weird. This is like... I'm so used to just being an Okabe. It's weird. Okay.
Now we don't have to worry about winter Kamima, do we?
The four friends had gone to cosplay shops along Yugawaya, Maiden's Road, and Tokyo Hands in Ikebukuro. Then moved to Akihabara and visited several more. This was all part of their final preparations for Winter Kamima.
Sure, but it's Mayuri doing almost all the work. Don't push yourself too hard, okay, Mayuri?
Kare sounded a little worried. Her real name was Kare Kurishima, and she used her real name as her cosplay pseudonym. I can say that word. She was 3 years older than Katsumi, and in college. Kare was extremely feminine, and her measurements were just like the ones magazine models claimed to have, but she was very shy. People had tried many times to persuade her to enter the pageant at her college, but she'd always refused, saying, "Normal events are kinda scary." But even so, cosplaying at Kamima with the rest of them was something she looked forward to.
So why don't we all help Mayuri and make the outfits together this time?
Amayuki proposed. She had very noble, elegant features, but the rest of her was easygoing and laid back. Though Katsumi was a fellow girl, she still thought Amayuki was beautiful. Even her light blue, penetrating eyes lacked the arrogance that beautiful women usually possessed. They were filled instead with a friendly light. Her real name was Yuki Amane. Huh? Amane. Okay, no. That's the... Wait, is that the last... Yeah, Amane! Oh! Oh, wait! No way. Is this... This is Suzuha's mom? That's gotta be who this is! It says Amane! Because it was Amane Suzuha, so yeah, Suzuha Amane, because they're flipping everything. Oh my goodness! What the heck? She was a senior at Meiji University, and in the same club as Kare. She was the oldest of the four. She'd once tried to give up cosplay and focus on job hunting. After just 6 months, she'd given up on work and gone back to costuming. Since then, she'd been spending more time with Katsumi and the others. Oh my goodness! I can't believe it!
Aw, you don't have to help me.
Everyone smiled at her, but Mayuri quickly shook her head.
You guys paid for more than half the cost of the supplies, right? That's enough to make Mayushi very happy. You're making our outfits, so we'd feel bad if we didn't pay. And you know, I've always wanted to make really neat outfits like you do. Yup. Mayushi's outfits are always really high quality. I'm super grateful. You see? We really want to help, Mayuri. Okay, let's all make them together.
Katsumi knew that it made Mayuri really happy when someone praised her cosplay outfits.
Oh, but there's actually a favor I wanted to ask you guys.
A favor?
You see...
Mayuri told them about an event that had quickly become a mainstay of the Japanese holiday year.
We're having a Christmas party,
So Mayushi was hoping that Yuki and Kare and Fubuki could all come. A Christmas party, huh? Yeah. Can you come? I want to go! I want to go! I want to go!
Katsumi's only plan for Christmas Eve was dinner with her family, so she raised her hand instantly. None of her friends at school wanted to do anything that night. She'd been a little put out about that, since it meant they all had boyfriends. Aww.
I can go too.
Kare also nodded, but Yuki seemed a little hesitant.
I don't know if I should go. Huh? Do you have plans?
Well, of course a girl as pretty as Yuki is gonna have tons of guys asking her out for a Christmas date.
What? That's not true.
Really? Then I'll take you for myself.
I'd rather go on a Christmas date with you than do anything else in the world, Fubuki.
Aw, I love you, Yuki.
I thought you only cared about Mayuri. I love Mayushi and I love you too.
Katsumi quickly jumped over to Kare and gave her a big hug. Kare was soft and smelled good, and enduring this sort of sexual harassment was nothing new for her. It's a hug. It's fine. It's just a hug.
Oh, and Yuki? Can you show Mayushi how to make a yummy quiche?
Yuki was an excellent chef, and had been teaching Mayuri a lot lately. Both Katsumi and Kare would also occasionally participate in what they called Yuki Amane's cooking lessons.
Sure. What kind of quiche? Mayushi thinks spinach and mushroom is good. Ham, tomato, and bacon is good too, you know. Oh, and thinking about it makes me drool. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, then I'll teach you how to make both. Really? That's right. Everyone would be happier if there were lots of different ones, right? Is this for the Christmas party? Yup. There's less than a month left, so I want to learn it in time. Then we'll have to train extra hard. When do you want to do it? Tomorrow? Yeah! Mayushi is okay with that.
Katsumi went over her schedule in her head.
Aw, tomorrow, huh? I'm supposed to meet a friend. I've got work.
Katsumi really wanted to go, so she was pretty disappointed. She would have loved the chance to eat one of Yuki's good quiches. As she thought about the quiche, her stomach began to rumble. It was about time for dinner. Yuki and Mayuri worked out the time and place for their meetup. Oh no. That's how she's gonna meet Daru, isn't it?
The place I'm staying is a little far from here, so... How about the lab? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it!
I'll work hard and learn the recipe. I hope it's a fun party. Yep. Mayushi's gonna make Santa outfits. Will you all wear them? Wow, you're making even more outfits than the ones we need for Kamima? You're really excited about this. Mayushi is raring to go.
Mayuri posed like she was cheering.
If you're making Santa outfits, I'd like one with a cute miniskirt. And then some white knee socks and red boots. Huh? That would look good on you, Kare. But do you think it would look good on me?
Katsumi spoke to Mayuri and Yuki without any confidence in her voice.
I know you like the cute outfits best.
There was nothing Katsumi could say. She was right. It bothered Katsumi a lot that she looked like a boy. And she knew that sort of clothing didn't look right on her. Still, at heart, she was a young girl, and she wanted to wear cute clothes. Is she gonna fall in love with freaking Luca, dude? Dude, no. Yo, if I called that, dude, because they said that she looks like a guy, she she does male cosplay, dude. I'm seeing it. The stars are aligning, bro. That's so silly. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
Leave it to Mayushi. I'll make clothes that look great on you. Oh, that's my bride. Marry me. You're so silly, Fubuki. Don't talk like Daru does.
Oh! Yo, getting roasted and he's not even there. Oh my goodness. What the frick?
Ugh. Getting compared to that perverted gentleman kind of hurts. By the way, you're going to wear the Santa outfit too, right, Mayuri? What? Don't what me. You're cute. You should cosplay more. But I just make the clothes. I don't wear them. Aw. Objection! That's a waste! Aw, not you too, Fubuki. And what's more, I bet Okabe wants to see you in a cute cosplay outfit. Huh? Okarin?
Mayuri made a weird noise as soon as she heard that name.
Okarin? Oh, Mayushi's boyfriend, right?
Oh my goodness, look at that. He just looks so dead, dude. Every time I see his face, he looks like he's just gone. It's so sad. No, and he wears black now, dude. He's freaking gone emo. Oh no. Katsumi had met him many times. He was tall, but always looked pale and thin, and whenever he laughed, he seemed kind of sad. Oh. But from what Mayuri said, until just half a year ago, he'd been a totally different person. She said he was haughty and arrogant, but also kind, and a great leader. Mayuri was known to let her emotions influence her judgment, so Katsumi didn't know how much of that description was accurate.
What?
Mayuri started to freak out even more after hearing the word boyfriend.
Fubuki. Okarin and Mayushi aren't like that, okay? Aw, come on!
Yuki and Kade weren't buying it either. Honestly, Okarin and Mayuri seemed more like an old wedded couple that had been together for years than boyfriend and girlfriend.
It's true! Okarin has somebody else he likes. What?
Mayuri sounded totally unconcerned, which made Katsumi even more surprised.
Is that true? Really? Yep.
Who could have guessed? It was Yuki, the eldest, who spoke first.
Sorry. Should we not have said anything? Nah. Mayushi and Okarin are childhood friends and get along great, so it's okay.
I see. Mayuri's smile seemed very sad to Katsumi. She felt the sudden impulse to give her schoolmate a hug. Aw.
Anyway.
Mayuri smiled and walked over to Yuki, as if to blow away the awkwardness. This music.
So, what about you, Yuki?
Huh?
Me? Yep. So are you spending Christmas with your boyfriend? I really don't have one. Really? You guys all have the wrong idea. I'm not that popular. Between you and me, I've never even had a boyfriend. What?
First Mayuri, then Yuki. Katsumi was stunned.
Is that true? I didn't think it would be that much of a surprise. Then Yuki,
Mayuri started to fidget.
Huh? How about Daru, maybe?
Oh my gosh, what? No! Why would you offer her him? Why? No. You even said you don't like how he talks, why?
Huh? Hashida? Yep. Wait! Where is this coming from, Mayushi? Hashida's a perverted gentleman. Who knows what he'll do to Yuki?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, no! No, he's got suspenders now. Somehow I don't like this even more than the last one. I liked the last look that he had better. Oh no. He's got the fingerless gloves! What a freaking nerd, dude. Oh my gosh. He's still got the same hat though. Oh man. Alright. The man that Katsumi and Kade were insulting was Itaru Hashida, a college student and a member of Mayuri's club. Wait, she has a club? She has a club? What club? Oh, unless they're talking about the Future Gadget Laboratory. Is that it? Maybe because she wouldn't know, technically. I don't know. He was a hardcore otaku, one of the hybrid types, who said he enjoyed both 2- and 3-dimensional girls. Ew, dude, look at him. Look at that pose. What is that? Is that a cat face under that? Dude, ew, dude. Look at that face. Oh, get it off my screen. And, like Katsumi had said, he was a perverted gentleman. He would say perverse things all day, without the slightest shame. Whenever you told him he was a pervert, he would say, "No, I'm a perverted gentleman." He was a dangerous guy. Ew, that face. But Yuki didn't seem bothered. She actually looked a little sad.
Hashida's a nice guy, but I don't think he likes girls like me.
Are you kidding me? Are you actually insane? I mean, it has to happen, right? Because Suzaha. But also, are you insane? He wouldn't like girls like me, she says. I want you to take a long look real quick and just consider what we know. about Daru. This is so anime. Oh my goodness. All right.
What?
Mayuri was shocked far above and beyond her usual limit. She was so surprised she let go of her suitcase's handle and let it fall to the ground. And instead of picking it up, she started talking frantically.
That's not true. Daru is, he really likes you. I'm sure of it. Mayushi guarantees it.
What do you mean? We never even met her in the first game. Does he even know about her? At all?
Remember how he acted when we met him at Summer Kamima?
Oh, I guess he did. Yeah, okay. They did go to Summer Kamima, that's true. Yuki had met Mayuri 4 months ago at Summer Kamima. Katsumi and Kade had come wearing outfits Mayuri made. Kade found Yuki at the convention hall all by herself, and they met up. Yeah, see, there's something so much, like, less weird about this look than the other one. I don't know why. This one just, I don't know, it looks weird. This one looks better to me. The other one looks so weird. I don't know what it is. Afterward, they'd all gone to a party where she'd met Mayuri's friend, Itaru Hashida. Katsumi had definitely witnessed Yuki and Itaru having a friendly conversation. A huh? A what? A when? Okay, sure. We're just throwing that in there. We're sliding that bit of lore in there that we didn't talk about before. That's fine. Okay. Ever since then, Yuki and Mayuri and Daru had become friends, and Yuki had started going to Mayuri's club, the Future Gadget Laboratory. Oh, that's so sad now that Okabe's not there. Yo, this alternate world line is not okay, or technically it's the one that we end up getting to. Whatever. In other words, Yuki and Itaru had been talking ever since Summer Kamima. But still, Yuki chuckled sadly and shook her head.
No, I can tell. He's avoiding me. So I'm thinking it's probably best if I don't go to the Christmas party.
Oh, that's why, okay.
Aww. I think Hashida likes girls who are more like... Oh, a little sister?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes, he does. And that's a red flag. So you're better off.
And a little sister who's really strong-willed. And who bosses her big brother around. Aww. Like, maybe Suzuha?
No.
That's...
For some reason, Mayuri looked like she was about to cry. She seemed to want to say something, but couldn't bring herself to. Her lips were quivering.
Mayuri? It's nothing.
But it certainly didn't look like nothing. Katsumi couldn't bear to watch her anymore, and so she gave in to her impulses.
Mayushi, don't make that face. You look cutest when you smile. Come on. If you don't smile, I'll tickle you. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Huh? Stop.
Katsumi snuck behind Mayuri and started to tickle her under her arms.
Wah! You give up? Oh, Fubuki, you're so mean! You're too cute, Mayushi.
Okay, alright, okay, alright. Mayuri was laughing so hard she was crying. And this time, Katsumi succeeded in giving her a hug. Even though they were in public, she started rubbing her cheek against her.
Mayushi, I like you. I love you. What? Hey, Fubuki. I want to take you home and lick you forever.
Ew!
But that would be really bad.
I don't care if it's bad.
Marry me. I can't do that.
Mayuri tried to run away, but Fubuki grabbed her and started to kiss her all over. Alright, had to have the obligatory fan service, I suppose. I mean, you didn't have to, but I mean, it's anime, so, you know.
I'm kinda tired. That's Mayushi's line.
In the end, Katsumi kept clinging to Mayuri until they reached the station. She felt a lot better, but catching Mayuri when she tried to escape used a lot of energy. Either way, now that she was satisfied... Yo, what the frick? What the frick? She shuddered and turned back towards Mayuri as an image came into her mind from out of nowhere. What the frick was that? How did she see that?
Hey, Mayushi? What is it? Let's cosplay together at Winter Kamima, okay? I told you before, right? For Winter Kamima, Mayushi is just going to make things. That's fine, just make sure you come to Winter Kamima with the three of us, okay? Of course! That's what we did all this shopping for, right? Yeah. But still, it's a promise, okay? Yeah, it's a promise.
Mayuri and Yuki split up with them in front of the station, since they were taking a different train.
Bye-bye! Good night, Mayuri, Yuki. Bye! Da-da-da!
Bye-bye! Katsumi stood still and watched the two of them until they were out of sight. She felt like she was about to cry, and looked up to stop the tears from falling. Dude, what the crap? How did she see that?
Fubuki? Huh?
Kade was standing next to her, looking worried.
What's wrong? I'm sorry. It's nothing. It's not nothing. Is there something going on with Mayuri? Please, tell me.
Even after Kade asked, Katsumi wasn't sure she should tell her. There was no way she'd believe it anyway.
You were more hyper than usual today. It felt really forced. You noticed. Of course I did.
Katsumi and Kade had known each other for 2 years. Since their ages were so different, they treated each other like an older and younger sister. So at times like this, Kade was really sharp. Kade didn't talk much, but that meant she paid a lot of attention to the people around her. Part of it was also that Katsumi wasn't good at hiding things. She just couldn't lie to Kade no matter what. She gave up and decided to say it.
Mayushi. Yeah? She's going to die. What? What? What do you mean?
Katsumi remembered the nightmares and the things she kept seeing no matter how much she didn't want to.
I have these dreams.
She has reading Steiner. Oh my gosh. But to what degree? No, this is different than reading Steiner though, because she didn't witness Mayuri die. She's got like a premonition going on that's like hopping over to an old world line that she probably never... I don't know what this is. What is this? Okay.
Dreams? They started in summer, I think. Every night I have dreams about Mayushi dying. Each time you and I are there crying and crying. But there's nothing we can do. The one I had last night was the worst.
Oh, what the heck?
Mayushi just collapses right in front of us. And she stops moving. Okarin is screaming and holding her.
Were they there? Were they there? Hello? We were by ourselves. So she acknowledges that Okabe was there, but they weren't there. What? Is she looking through his eyes? Huh? Whatever.
He's screaming so loud. What happened to me? Why do I keep having these dreams? Calm down, Fubuki. It's probably just because you're tired. Is it? Is it really? You saw Mayuri today. She was fine, right?
Kare gave Katsumi a gentle shoulder hug.
So it's okay. I don't want Mayushi to die. That's impossible. It won't happen.
Well, it's not impossible, but I mean, you know.
Ever? Ever. Okay.
Kare's words made Katsumi calm down a little. She was glad to have an older friend like this.
Anyway, it's just your imagination. There's no way something that awful could happen.
Her hand squeezed Katsumi's shoulder tightly. Being held like this made Katsumi feel a lot better.
Sorry for being weird.
But that night, she had the nightmares again.
No!